Have you ever wondered how important it is to actually get custom fitted for a set of golf clubs? Today we're at Park Hill Golf Club in Loughborough to meet a man who knows a little more than most about how important it is. Meet Paul Sturgess. He's a former Harlem Globetrotter, the UK's tallest man, standing at 7'7". He's also a single-figure handicapper and now a record breaker at ping fitting. And you obviously had a big growth spurt. Can you tell us when that was and how you coped with playing golf?
Yeah, I started growing when I was I was growing a little bit, but then obviously when I was about 14, 15, I grew a foot in that year. So it was really intense, but it never really affected my golf. Obviously, I didn't have custom fitted clubs at that time, so I just made do with regular clubs, and it didn't bother me really. I just got on with it, and I just thought it was one of them things, and it never really affected me. So.
And how did that custom fitting with ping come about? And can you just tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, well, like I say, I've been playing really, really bad for the past couple of years, so I was pretty much bit the bullet that I was going to get some proper custom clubs for me. So I saved up some money and spoke to the head pro, Matt, and told him I wanted to reach out to a couple of companies, and Ping jumped on it straight away. And obviously Ping are known as being the world's leading in custom fitted clubs, so I was really excited. They invited me down to Gainsborough, did the full fitting, so I was probably there 2-3 hours. They literally took care of everything. The hospitality was great, and obviously seeing all the numbers on the TrackMan and the change from my clubs to their clubs was just amazing, and just night and day the change it's done, and hopefully that continues, obviously with lots more practice, a few lessons, and I mean, who knows. My goal is to get down to handicap down to 7 again, and I've already been cut 1.5 shots already, so I'm nearly there after a couple of weeks, so it's quite exciting, and I'm really looking forward to continuing getting better. So.
And can you tell us about the differences in the clubs? Like, I hear you've set a record at ping.
Yeah, so well, the record that they said I've broken is the grips are jumbo grips with 15 layers of tape. So the grips are massive for normal people, but obviously my hands are huge, so they're perfect for me. So that's one of obviously the main difference. They're 4 inches longer. They're only 2 degrees upright, which isn't too crazy. Like people would be surprised by that. But obviously the difference is I've gone from blades to the G400, which is so much more forgiving. The heads on the clubs are huge, and obviously I've taken that to the golf course, and obviously the forgiveness is helping me right now whilst I'm in a transition of starting to play well again. And obviously I'm hitting the ball really, really well, a lot further, a lot higher, so I'm back to being a proper golfer, I guess.
So what's an example of how far you're hitting it?
Well, right now my 200 club is my A-time, so I'm carrying my A-time 200 yards. There's actually a par 3 here at Park Hill. One of the par 3s is 170 yards, and I hit my 50-degree gap wedge through the green, which was pretty crazy. So right now I'm obviously getting used to the gaining distance and obviously learning each club, and once I get the hang of that, then it should be a lot easier. But just, I can't believe how far I'm actually hitting the clubs now. I mean, I've always been a longer hitter, but this is just amazing, and obviously that's because the clubs are so perfect for me now with the grips and everything like that.
So would you say that custom fitting has just been brilliant for you?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely changed my game. Even if I do play bad, at least I can go out there and say, oh, it's me and it's not the clubs, because I used to blame the clubs for being blades, and I'm not really good enough for blades. But everything's just perfect for me now, obviously the lie and the grips and the shafts, and because when I was down there I tried so many different shafts, like different weights, and Mike down there really took care of me, and I mean it's transitioned from their range out onto the course. I've played 3 rounds with them now, and they've all been well below my handicap, and long may that continue, I guess.
Now the only thing you need to get are golf shoes, potentially.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest problems, because my feet are really big as well, so I've never been able to find golf shoes, so that's my next thing on the agenda. That'll probably be a lot more harder than the golf clubs, but fingers crossed I can do that, because obviously in the winter it's a nightmare playing in just trainers and slipping all over the place, so we'll see how it goes.
So can you just, one of the things we're curious about is the disadvantages and advantages of being tall on the golf course. Can you talk us through that?
Well, the main advantage obviously would be because my arms are so long, the levers I've got are huge. So I've obviously got natural club head speed from that as well. So I'm obviously hitting the ball a lot further. If I'm ever in a steep bunker, I can pretty much see where I'm going and things like that. But obviously the main disadvantage was obviously be getting low enough to read the greens and things like that. But I mean, obviously, I try and get low as I can and obviously look at the line and things like that. But obviously, the advantages definitely weigh out the disadvantages, and I'm making the most of that really.
So we've got to the final hole now. Paul's already taken the money. We've had a great day and he's played incredibly well using his new Ping G400 irons, which were custom fitted for him. I think it just goes to show that whether you're 7'7" or 5'9", it really is important to get custom fitted to get the best out of your game.
Do you mind? I'm trying to play a shot here. Well played.
Thanks, you too.